Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps and I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Now, strap season, y'all know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the board. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he codes with focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling players from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes. I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up!
If I let my dogs off the leash, then you might want to get out of Dodge while they eat. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beat. If they don't leave anything behind at the eat.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a... When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they wanna call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pour strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibes. I'm the kingpin.
What's going on? Let's get some people up in the building. What's going on, Mike? What's going on? Man, it's like, what is going on, man? Boxing is getting weird, isn't it? It's getting real weird out here, man, in these streets, man. It's like we don't, it's like we it's like everything but boxing. You know what I mean? That's what they should call it, because every time you turn around, man, it's just personal garbage, personal trash. You know, we've just never seen fighters move the way they move, and this just makes things so much more complicated. Boxing used to be such a simple sport. You know what I'm saying? The best wanted to fight the best. All this ducking, all this creative ducking going on. It's just kind of hard to keep up with, because you don't know, what these fighters are really, what do they really want? You know what I'm saying? Do they want to be fighters? Can we be boxing fans, right? You know what I'm saying? We got to worry about all the mental health. We got to worry about their personal life. We got to worry about every goddamn thing they're going through. What's going on? What's happening? What's going on, real Josh? What's happening? I mean, what the hell's going on? It's like you're supposed to take care of that. Don't come to the ring unless you got shit together. Don't sign for a fight unless you got your mental together. I know shit happens. You know what I'm saying? But today is so people lives are so damn, it's so, whatever happened to just having a simple ass life. Just take your ass home, You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna drink, you know what I'm saying, have a driver, all these kind of precautions that you used to take in the past. Have your friend with you, somebody to look out for you, you know what I mean? Now we got freak out parties, we got fucking, these dudes just can't sit their ass down. And then once you sign for a fight, you know what I'm saying, you do everything you can to make sure you make it to the ring. I mean, I don't care about, I'm gonna tell you, I don't care about the Jake Paul fight. I really don't. It's just that it's a lot of fights getting canceled. It's a lot of guys that just not looking for the fights. They go into different weight classes. They're not defending their belts. It's like they looking for the perfect opponent. It's like, bro, we can't run boxing like this. You know, it's like fight the guy next in line. I don't care if he's dangerous or not. It's like my thing is, it's like I don't know what it is. It's some kind of mental health crisis. I don't know. It's like these motherfuckers are all mixed up in the head. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's never a straight answer. They don't want to call out nobody, or when they do, it's somebody that they probably can't get. There's somebody who really don't want to fight them. It's like, what the hell is going on? I'm just like, we sitting here between fights waiting on these guys to get in the ring, and then they put it back on the boxing fans. We too toxic. We saying too much. We doing too much. It's like, goddamn, if you get your ass in the ring and fight who the hell you supposed to fight, you won't hear that. You started out fighting. You started out boxing. This is the profession you chose. It came with fans. So we talk about the sport. So what the hell, right? It's like, why focus in on the negative shit when you got a bunch of people that support you? I don't understand this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't. This shit is getting on my nerve. It's like all these soft ass, you know what I'm saying? I hate it, bro. I just hate it, man. This shit get on my nerves, bro. Gets on my nerve. Everybody crying about, oh, they don't like me. A couple of people told me to go jump in the lake. So what? I mean, people been telling you that shit since you started. Not everybody's gonna like you, Virgil Ortiz Jr. There's gonna be a lot of fans that gonna try to throw you off your square. Psychological warfare. You shouldn't be reading that shit anyway. Shouldn't be reading that shit. You shouldn't. How you got this far if you worried about what a couple of people who don't like you say? And somebody hit me up in my comments talking about something. That's like saying shut up and dribble. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that boxers can't be human beings. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I come from a time where you don't cry out loud and shit, bro. You keep that shit to yourself, you know, or you ignore that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that shouldn't break you down as a fighter. You know what I mean? Now I don't know, what they've been through or anything like that. The Gervonta Tank Davis, I don't know what the hell they going through. I really don't. But if you're going through something, take a break, take a vacation. You know what I'm saying? Go down to Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Go eat some damn oxtail and rice. Go to goddamn Walt Disney World. Do something fun. You know what I'm saying? Take your mind off boxing. Take time off, for a year or two or something. But goddamn, one thing you don't do is start acting up and signing up for fights, right? And your life is out of order. This is crazy. This is supposed to be your retirement. This is supposed to be Tank retirement fight. It's not even a real goddamn fight. So for something like this to go down, he got some real issues going on in his personal life. This not even a real fight. It's not even going to count against his record. And he don't want to smoke. I can't say he don't want to smoke, but what I'm saying is you can't get nothing organized going, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you're stepping out the sport because I don't want to see. I've seen other fighters, go out bad, getting knocked out all over the place and this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because your mental ain't there. Definitely, Tank mental definitely ain't there. I mean, $40 million on a damn silver platter. I don't give a damn if he went out there and Jake Paul knocked his ass out in the first 30 seconds. You're $40 million richer, right? Than you came into this sport. Now I can't tell him what to do, but he is a fighter, y'all. He is attached to the sports that we talked about. And he is one of the best in the sports at what he does, right? So we talk about him, right? A lot of Gervonta Tank Davis fans, they can't stand for you to talk about the guy. And look at this shit. He's not even fighting a real fight. And he can't stay out of trouble. What's up, Cindy? I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, it's so I hate social media, bro. I hate it, bro, because it's throwing the boxing game off. And these guys, for some reason, it tells you a little bit about their personality because they act like they don't care about what people are saying about them, but yet they all over this shit. They know what everybody, especially that little nigga. He's always talking about, like he don't care about nobody. Even the people that support him, he don't give a shit about them. But yet you always online trying to see what people saying about you. That just tells me about your personality, bro. It's like these is little weird ass dudes. They little weird, they little sensitive, weird ass dudes. That's why everybody getting smoked all over the damn country because the slightest provocation, everybody want to go and try to destroy somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's just really crazy out here in these streets. It's crazy. You can't argue with nobody. It goes straight to the most extreme situation. You know what I mean? It's like what's going on? Why is everybody so damn sensitive? You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, it's like men used to be able to take a whole lot more than this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is what's up, bro? He says Tank did that to get out. Yeah, you know what? I thought about that shit, bro. I said no. You know what I'm saying? Because Jake Paul, how come on, man, you know how white boys are. They know how to they know how to they know how to Jones you. They know how to, provocate you. He was doing all the little short jokes and all that little shit. They know how to get up under your skin. I was like, man, Tank, you can't take that, bro. $40 million. You already sold your soul to do the shit, so you might as well go ahead. You done went through the humiliation ritual. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well go ahead and get your money. You hadn't already passed that, right? So I don't understand. I just don't understand. So you so afraid that somebody gonna say something about you on social media, which is a bullshit place. It's not a real place. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna let the fear of people talking about you or saying something about you, you're gonna let that take the place of you grabbing your money? You know what I'm saying? Your $40 million, man, you are crazy. That is crazy as hell. What's going on, JB Sport? Did I put the link up there in case you want to come up? Oh, I ain't put the link up. Damn. It's like this shit is pissing me off, bro. It's like who is in Gervonta Tank Davis camp that he listened to? Who is he listening to? He probably don't listen to nobody. He probably think he know every goddamn thing. He probably think he knows every goddamn thing. And this is his result. This is his result of him, what I'm saying, trying to navigate everything himself. He done boxed out Kevin Ford. Kevin Ford probably can't say shit to him. It's like, bro, what are you doing with your life? You can't even retire right. You can't even damn retire right, bro. It's like, what's going on with you? He says, Fool, can you come up with that heat? You come with that heat this morning. I'm just sick and tired of these little soft ass niggas, man. I'm tired of them, bro. It's like they're always whining about something. It's like, get in the fucking ring and fight somebody that's real. That's all the boxing fans want. And you won't hear shit from boxing fans. You know what I'm saying? Get in the ring and fight somebody good. That's all you gotta do. You ain't got to go out. I'm talking about go fight Andy Cruz or fight. Don't worry about Tank. Go ahead and retire. Do what the hell you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And get the hell out. You couldn't even do that right. You know what I'm saying? These guys, they can't move in a straight line. You know what I'm saying? They can't move in a linear fashion. It's impossible. They got to jump around. It's a cherry picking generation. And it's like they're wondering why fans looking at them sideways and they don't have nobody to say shit good about them because you're not boxing the way you're supposed to. Because you want to box who you want to box, right? You want to pick who you want to pick. You want to pick safe fights. That's not how this shit works. That's not how you build a legacy. And I know people saying, well, you don't have to build a legacy now. Boxing has changed. Well, well, you're not gonna be respected that way. You know what I'm saying? If you could just pick the fights that you want to fight and beat people that you know you could beat, flat-footed fighters that not as athletic as you, then what the point of the sport is? You're not getting competitive fights, right? So nobody wants to see it. Nobody wants to see. You got to connect your. It says not connect. I forgot what that is. It says device not connected. Real Josh. Let me see. It says device not connected. So you're gonna have to go out and come back in, Josh. You know what I'm saying? Cause it says device not connected. You got to come back. Try to come back in. I just put another link in there just in case. So my thing is, it's like, why Tate can't do shit right, bro? Is the pressure that bad? You know what I mean? I don't know what he's going through in his personal life, but I really don't care about the personal stuff. I just want to see the motherfucker do what he's supposed to do. And look like it done got so bad for him to the point where he's just bugging out all over the place. He can't stand for anybody to take the risk of taking a loss, even in a play fight, even in a fake fight. It says device not connected. That I forgot what that is. I forgot I forgot what that is when it says device not connected. Either it's your sound, it's your I don't know if it's your headset. It's something I forgot what that is, man. It's been so long. I forgot, Josh, what that is. It's something that's on your end that's not connected. It's something on your end that's not connected. It's something. I forgot what the damn trick is to that. Um, I don't know if you got a Bluetooth or something. It's something. I forgot what that is. What's going on, JB? JB, I'm so tired of these little suckers today, man. I'm tired of them, bro. They come with too many retarded problems. It's like, what's your take on all this, bro? Jake Paul coming out talking, calling this man a piece of trash, a woman being. I'm like, what? Why are we here? Why are we in the group chat? You know what I'm saying? What this got to do with boxing? I'm sorry. What's up, JP? What is the problem with these punks?
Hey, how's it going, Pool Counter? It's just a big mess. Jake Paul, he came out, he kind of went in on Tank, but I think he's more mad about that the fighters got canceled. Netflix didn't want no part of it after the latest allegation against
Oh
Tank
yeah,
Davis. I think he was mad about Tank Davis not showing up on time. And you can see the two press conferences we saw that Tank wasn't really promoting the fight. He was just basically like he didn't
yeah,
want to be there. He was a little bit
yeah.
better for the second press conference, but the first press conference, he was like, he didn't even want to be there. It's almost like he was embarrassed to be fighting a guy on the level of a Jake Paul, but he was just there to get the bag. But he was a little bit better for the second press conference. But Tank got to understand that he's on 3 years probation. I think that's what a lot of people miss. They don't know Tank is on a 3-year probation. You got to walk the straight and narrow. You can't be getting yourself involved or accused of in any situation. You know what I'm saying? You can't get yourself involved in any situation. You got to walk the straight and narrow. For him to be accused once again of domestic abuse, this is it's just crazy. A lot of people say innocent until proven guilty. I believe that as well. But where there's smoke, there's fire. This is not his first rodeo. He's been accused at least 2 times. I think some people say at least 5 times. I know 2 times he's been accused, maybe more than that. And then, like I said, he got this 3-year probation off a hit and run where he was involved in a hit and run and left the scene. They say the lady that was involved was pregnant, and that's why he ended up, in this 3-year probation. He ended up doing jail time for that situation. So he just got to understand that he can't get caught in this situation. I think he actually need to step away from the sport right now. Get your house in order. Step away. Get yourself together. Take care of this latest accusation. Get that out the way. And then if you want to come back to the sport of boxing, come back. Or if you want to do something else besides boxing, do that as well. But he definitely needs to step away right now, man. He just got too much baggage right now.
It's like, what's wrong with sitting your ass down, JB? What's
Yep.
wrong with what's wrong with concentrate? Okay, if I go over here, I'm Gervonta Tank Davis. Man, every time I look like when I pick a woman, look like look like it ain't good for me. I have issues, or they trying to set me up. You know what I'm saying? Or I just like women that's just very difficult. I'm not good at picking, a good companion to be with. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? I'm gonna shut that down and concentrate on my craft. The thing that made me a millionaire, the thing that helped me buy my mama them a house, buy my aunties a house. I'm gonna concentrate on the positive side of life. I'm already on probation. They already looking at me like Carissa Shields and already called me out and embarrassed me, talking about I beat pretty. What she said she don't want to be considered pretty by Gervonta Tank Davis because he beat pretty women, right?
Yeah.
I said, bro, I would sit my ass down after that. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? I
Yep.
was everybody looking at me like when anytime you start talking about harming women, bro, you better sit your ass down because that's the setup right there. That they're gonna put your ass under the jail, or they're gonna make sure that you never that nobody ever look at you again as a man. You're
Yep.
gonna
Yep.
be the you're gonna be the lowest of the low. They setting you
Mhm.
up. They putting a narrative on you. Now, if he did the shit, then he's got to deal with that too. He needs some counseling. He needs some friends in his corner, brother. Somebody need to take him to a side and say, bro, you just need to leave all women alone for a
Yep.
minute. Just go sit down, go talk to somebody, go lay on somebody's couch, get you some goddamn medicine. You know what I'm saying? Go get you some goddamn. I don't even know what they call that shit. What they call that? You call that shit for crazy people.
Oh yeah, they got
What
that
is
medicine kind of keep you calm, keep you from going
yeah,
off. They got that kind of
yeah,
medicine that you could take to kind of keep you from going off, going crazy, start
yeah.
smashing windows and throwing chairs through windows, just going off on people. I got some people in my family that kind of like that. Say they have to take that type of medicine to keep them calm. They go to a facility. And they go to that facility, they'll give them some of that medicine to keep them calm. They go off. They go off and be wanting to fight or just tear stuff
Yeah,
up all up in the
they
house and
call
just
it
go crazy.
bipolar
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
people. You know
bipolar.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I forgot what the medicine is, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I've never seen so many bipolar children in my goddamn life.
Yeah.
Y'all dudes, y'all need to stop drinking and screwing these women, man. Get off them damn Zans while y'all screwing y'all going up in these women because these children are fucked up.
Yeah.
All
You
these
know,
goddamn. Go ahead.
yeah, they like I said, we don't know in this latest situation if he did it or not. A lot of people said, well, where's the video? I saw the interview that Jake Paul had yesterday saying that there is a video of him going there and he was sober and he did what he's accused of. I don't know. I ain't seen the video. I think if the video was out there, TMZ would have the
Yeah,
video and they would have
yeah.
released it. But we do have a video of Tank snatching a lady up. Now, people want to play crazy. I don't know if they don't remember this, but
No,
you
I
remember when
remember it.
Tank was
I
at that
remember it.
basketball game? That was his first girlfriend from his kids, his baby mama. He
Yeah,
went in there and
Thorazine.
snatched that lady out of there, snatched that young lady out of there by the throat, I think, and took her out of there by force and took her out of the place of that camera. I don't know what took place, once they got outside that basketball arena, but yeah, it's video out there for people that saying that ain't no video of Tank putting his hands on women. Tank was at the Jake Paul press conference saying that, hey, you ain't seen no video of me putting my hands on women. No, that's a lie. We do have a video of that. People don't remember
Yeah,
that, or people
I
probably
remember
wasn't following boxing back
that.
then.
But my thing is, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if he beat 10 of them asses. I don't give a damn. I just want him to do what the hell people love. We know Tank from being a great fighter in the ring. There was another fighter way back that he did way worse. What was
Mhm.
that guy named Validro something? I think he ended up he's gone now. He off the earth.
Oh,
But
you talking about Valero? Edwin Valero?
Valero,
Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
think he deleted somebody. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
people understand. We've dealt with this in boxing before. You know what I'm saying? No, we don't get into their personal lives, bro. We really don't. So, but now we have social media. People try to destroy everything. Your outside life comes into your professional life. Now, what's her name? Andrea. What's her name? Ariana, whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about. See, let me tell you something. There's a difference. There's a two-tier system. Nobody cares what white people do, bro. Nobody don't give a damn about what white people. Tell me something. Jake Paul, what you say? First and foremost, check your facts. Jake Paul had 3 allegations of rape against him, charges against him. Nobody cares, bro, about that. They
And
don't care.
ain't nobody excusing that either. You know, Jake Paul, yeah, ain't nobody excusing it. He might have had the protection for the protection, as they say. Maybe he got away with what he did. I don't know. I wasn't there, but we talking about what
It's a
Tank did.
double standard.
And the difference between Jake and Tank is Jake ain't on probation. Tank is on probation. That's the difference. You got to walk the straight and narrow when you're on probation. Not just saying if he did it or did not. It's pretty much proven that he was involved in a hit and run. So we can get that out the way. He can't sit up there and say, "Oh, well, ain't nobody came out and with no conviction against me as far as violence against a woman." We got that on.
Let me get this in. He said, "Hey, Josh," he says you need to connect your mic cam before you can add them to the stream. You need to connect your mic cam before I can add you to the stream. You got to connect your mic cam. I think it's like before you come in, you got to connect you got to get your camera right and your mic right before, because it says device not connected. We know about this arena. We know about this. We know Tyson, you know what I'm saying, had these charges, but nobody cared about that. Nobody cared. We want to see Tyson do what he do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear about the things that you got to be a little demented to be a fighter. Especially if you're going to be a top fighter, you got to be something a little off about you. The same things you got to have balance on the brain to be a good football player, be a good linebacker, to run through other men and destroy them. You got to be a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not approving of what they're doing, but what I'm saying is that the violence, you know what I'm saying, that they have in real life. These guys come from streets. You know, Mike Tyson came from the Brownville streets of New York. You know what I'm saying? He had violence all around him. A lot of these guys, they come from a rough background, and they saw things and they was raised wrong. And the same things that we praise them for the ring in, we shouldn't be surprised when they have a rough life on the outside, right? Not approving what they're doing if they did it. If they did it, right? This allegedly. This is alleged stuff.
Alleged. He's alleged. He's not been convicted of anything yet.
Mike Tyson was dumb as hell. Wow, Holyfield went and got him a doctor. You're a fighter, dog. You know what I'm saying? These women are coming in for a bag. You know what I'm saying? They see you. They know you're gonna like these kind of women. You know, these classy women, smell good, look good, but you're not on you're not on the same level. You got to get somebody who's on your level, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, you know, they can't go for what they want. They can get it. They can go out there, but there's going to be consequences, you know what I'm saying, for choosing the wrong mate, right? So you gotta protect yourself if you're a celebrity. If you're a rich black man and, you know what I'm saying, you out here and you're a young, rich black man like Tank, you're a target, bro. You're a target. And I don't understand how he don't have people around him like Kevin Ford, OGs like Kevin Ford. You know, sometimes I just wonder what kind of relationship do he have with the people around him? Like, bro, like, look at this chick, man. This chick here, man, you know, she kind of, you know what I'm saying? She you know, she antagonized you. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all don't look good together, bro. Won't you chill? Won't you just, you know, concentrate on your fighting, concentrate on your training, because you got Andy Cruz, you got Shakur who wants to fight. You're gonna have to be on your shit. You're gonna have to be on the top of your game. Leave. You don't need your mind divided. You don't need to be emotionally invested, you know what I'm saying, in somebody who's toxic, right? Because it's gonna throw you off. It's gonna throw you off. And I just like Devin Haney when he had that little chick, the little Instagram chick, you know what I'm saying? And she was for the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's like, then when it came back, there you go, Josh. Then when you came back, you know what I'm saying, it threw him off. You know, he had to get rid of her. Women will throw these top fighters who have to be sharp, who have to train hard, it would throw them off. and Tank has been thrown off for quite a few years here now.
Yeah.
He's
And
been
I and
thrown
I
off. Go
and
ahead.
I don't really think that's like life in general. Women, not saying this, people, men, especially leaders and a figure like
Mm-hmm.
Floyd or like Sugar Ray Robertson or like your Muhammad Ali, they're always gonna throw off somebody like that, a figure like that in the community,
Uh-huh.
somebody to look up to. Football, basketball, you got Dr. J, all that. So they're always gonna throw you off, but it's your job to stay focused and maintain, your circle and really just keep your house in order. Like old boy said earlier, keep your house in order.
But
Yeah,
but the
yeah. Like
thing,
you said, keep your house in order. These latest allegations, we'll see.
it's like, all I mean, if trouble follows you, like it follows Gervonta Tank Davis, at some point you got to have a break. You got to have a break, and you got to examine your life. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's why I'm trying to look at the people that's around Gervonta Tank Davis, because you could tell when somebody's is inside somebody's life just for what they can get. And if you got a close circles, your friends are gonna pull your coat. They're gonna be like, "Hey man, I don't think she into you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she really like you like that." Or, you know what I'm saying? I
yep,
see some things I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Your friends are gonna tell you. The
yep.
people's close to the OGs who care about you, that's been around you since you was a kid, since you was 7 to 6 years old. The OGs definitely gonna tell you. Now, I guarantee you, get Kevin Ford told his fool. I guarantee it, because he just looked like one of them old motherfuckers that'll tell you what's up. You know what I'm saying? And I think when he did, that's when the rift came in. Because that's
Oh,
when the rift came in. I bet Kevin Ford put on those glasses with the chain on. He was like, "Look here now, boy. Let me tell you something." He went into that old man mode. He said, "Let me tell you something here, boy. You don't want to go that way, boy. You don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? That one there ain't for you." And he probably say, "Man, screw you, old man. What you know?" You know what I'm saying? And he went right on ahead. And even though the girl put his toothbrush in crap, you know what I'm saying? And he thought, "Oh, that wasn't no red flag to you. If my girlfriend put my toothbrush in shit, look here, that's a red flag." You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not dealing with anybody that would do something like that. But to him, that probably turned them on. You know what I'm saying? These kids here, they love this toxic ass shit. You know
yep.
what
You
I'm saying?
got people.
It's like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got people out there that like that drama. I had a co-worker that I used to work with, man. He used to come to work and tell me like every day about situation between him and his girlfriend. Always drama, always drama, always drama, always something going on and stuff like that. And it get it verbal, and sometimes it would get into like a physical, not no like no swinging punches, but a physical altercation where you grabbing her and trying to stop her from doing something, this, that, and the third, and neighbors and all that getting involved. He should tell me all this type of stuff, and I used to say, man, you like that type of drama, huh? You like to be, why won't you exit yourself from this relationship? But he didn't want to do it. I said, well, you just like it then. You stand now. Move on, man. There's other fishes in the sea. There's other women out there, but he just stayed in that relationship. It was a toxic type of relationship. And you got people that's like that, man. They like them type of relationship, man. You getting you every day or every other day you into some kind of altercation. It's crazy.
Let's keep it real. Nobody gives a damn about Jake Paul. Nobody gave a damn about this fight. What we care about is Gervonta Tank Davis, and
Mhm.
why is he so damn dumb? Why is he so that's the problem, Yeah, you might have money, but you ain't got no common sense. You ain't got no common sense, my son. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got none. It's like it's so easy to keep yourself out of the mess, bro. All you have to do is retire. Get that 40 mil and retire. You know what I'm saying? Nobody
Simple.
give a damn about no damn Jake Paul. He don't even fight niggas his size. You know what I'm saying?
Sure
He
don't.
don't even fight for real, for real. So even if Tank would have went out there and got knocked out, nobody wouldn't have said nothing. They say, "Hey man, get your money." We would have clapped our hands and said, "Okay, you didn't fight the fights that we want to see you fight, but you got your bag. You good, my brother. You good. Enjoy your money, bro. You gave us some good
Mm.
entertainment."
Okay.
That's
Mm.
what I would have said. But
Yeah.
now with all these allegations about you, on the women's side, now you don't open yourself up to a whole layer of can of worms. You know what I'm saying? That now they really gonna try to bury you. They really gonna try to bury you. You know what I'm saying? This goes beyond boxing. You know what I'm saying? This goes beyond. That's why I made that video. I said I wish I was his dad or somebody close to him. And I don't know, maybe Gervonta Tank Davis is the kind of motherfucker that just, he seemed like he's, the type of dude you can't talk to. He think you're against him, and that's it. You talk to young people like that, like who side you on? Who side you on? You the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden you can't say 2 words to this fool. You got to go out there
Yeah.
and bump your head. You got some people you could tell, hey man, don't walk down this path, man, because you're gonna get in trouble. This is what's gonna happen there. Take that advice. But then other people, it's like they got to go through the experience. And I think Tank Davis is one of them guys that just don't understand much. He don't slow down and look at his situation close enough. He said he got the experience, the trauma. He got the experience, what I'm saying, the bad thing to be able to get over it. It's just something, what I'm saying, that's just so simple, because it would have been so easy for him just to fight Shakur and fight Devin and just retire. It would have been easy, but he's not going to do that because that's not what he wants, right? Okay, well, we accept that. It's your career. It's your world. You do what you want to do, but there's consequences that come with that. That means people going to look at you crazy. People going to look at you like you were scared. People going to look at you because you didn't want the legacy side of the boxing, right? And that's your choice. And that's what we're going to have to all come to grips with the rest of these boxers in this era, in this generation. It's their career, and they can do what they want to do. That's the attitude that they got, right? So with that, there's no legacy boxing anymore. There's nothing about legacy that you can argue. We get on here and we argue about who they fighting, when they fighting them. All that shit is trash now, because now it's all about them getting a bag. It's all about them. It's all about them being able to walk out the ring. You know what I'm saying, with all their senses. It's about all this other safety shit, when that's not what boxing is about. Boxing ain't about that. It's about the competition. It's about beating somebody. That's about being the best in your division. It's about courage. It's about overcoming adversity. These are the exciting things that people, they just don't give a damn. Oh, let him get his bag. Let him get his money. He could fight somebody that's 2 weight classes lower than him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's okay. It's all right, long as he getting, $50 million for the fight. It's cool. But nobody want to see that trash. Nobody want to see it. Why are you a star? You know what I'm saying? If you're going to fight somebody that can't beat you or can't compete with you, right? That's my thing. So people are signing up for these new fighters' attitudes, and they shitting on the fighters that's fighting all the best, are trying to fight all the competitive fights.
Yeah.
The guys that's really trying to find the toughest competition, they get no respect. They don't get no respect.
Yeah, you like to say guys like Devin Haney, Alexander Usyk, Brian Norman Jr., guys like that. Crawford, these guys trying to, they trying to fight top competition. They trying to fight legacy defining type of fights. But like you say, you got too many other guys out here trying to chase the bag. They trying to do the Floyd Mayweather playbook. They trying to look at the bag, but they ain't want to go through the pretty boy Floyd Mayweather phase, where pretty boy Floyd Mayweather fought the top guys. And once he got to that level, then he started, basically picking and choosing. But he did the hard work first. A lot of these other guys coming into boxing, they trying to go straight to the TBE route. And that's the problem with a lot of these young fighters, man. You got to be willing to put in the hard work and face the best. And then once you get to that Canelo level or that Floyd Mayweather level, then you want to kind of pick the type of fights that you think is going to be more in your favor, then people might be willing to accept that. But if you ain't putting in the work previously, people not going to be willing to accept that. And that's the problem with Tank Davis. He's got to the point where, you don't want to fight your contemporaries at 135. You want to kind of it's not like he's fighting bad fighters, but you're not fighting the top guys that we want to see you fight. The Shakur Stevensons, the Devin Haney's, the Teofimo Lopez, those guys on that level. Vasily Lomachenko when he was in his heyday. You didn't.
I'm sorry, JB, you cut out. But that's not the problem. The problem is it's not the fact that they did it or not. All a woman has to do is put the allegation on you. And
Right.
and from that, we've seen people lose all kind of brand deals. We've seen people lose their careers. We've seen it don't matter. It don't matter if a woman comes out and says that you did something to her or made her feel uncomfortable, and they put that shit out there in the news. They're gonna run with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna run with it, and so it don't matter. You can't put yourself in that situation. How are these people professional point missers, right?
Yeah.
Devin Haney ain't no double standard. Devin understood he had to get rid of that chick because she was going to become a problem. Because she wanted the attention. She wanted to be the center of attention. And all the dudes that done been with her, all the other celebrities or whatever, they looking at Dev like you a chump. You a chump. You trying to wife this chick? Do you know what happened when she was with so-and-so? You know what man, it's like, it ain't no double standards. It's just that you got to be smart and you got to know when to cut that shit off. Have you ever heard the terms you can't make a hoe a housewife?
Yeah. You can't turn a hoe into a
Have you
housewife.
ever heard the term you can't make no hoe a housewife? Hell, there's very few wives out here, especially when you're a rich young man that's got money.
That's all they see.
So you got to move strategically. You can't be no young man out here with money in your pocket. These women, they would take your shit with no remorse, no emotion, and say you did everything from A to Z to them because you're a target. And you shouldn't be focusing on that shit anyway right now. Not while you competing. You know what I'm saying? Not while you competing, because your emotions gonna be all over the place if you care for a woman. Your emotions gonna be all over the place. As soon as she stop not talking to you and start, you know what I'm saying, start dating some other dudes or got other dudes on the phone, now you can't concentrate on boxing. I'm glad when he said he was retiring, because I didn't want to see him go out. You see what happened when he fought Lamont Roach Jr., right? He almost got his ass tore up. Because his head ain't in the fight, right? Because his life is too messed up right now. So, Tank, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're going to have to move a lot smarter, because this is not over. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come after you. They're going to try to lock your ass up. And, you done, how you say it? You done made you done make the boxing fans pissed off because, you're not giving them the fights. You done made, now the public opinion is against you because now they think you beat up women. You know what I'm saying? So you just all messed up in the game. And then you got this Jake Paul coming out calling you a piece of garbage because you beat up women. You got Carissa Shields on your ass, pissed her off. You know what I'm saying? So now you have been labeled a woman beater. I mean, bro, it's like, how do you destroy your career? I'm talking about this textbook. How do you destroy your career? This dude was on top of the world when he beat Ryan Garcia. Everybody wanted to beat Tank. Hold on, yo.
Yep. A fight that did 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. You was at that time the face of boxing, the cash cow of boxing, and you should have took that and took your career to the next level. But continue to get yourself involved in situations like this, allegations like this. It's just like I said, he got to be accountable for putting himself in these situations. I remember when that judge refused to put him. I think he left without letting the judge know that he couldn't. He couldn't leave his city or state, and he left. And the judge came down on him, and I think she put him back in jail. And I think he try to blame the judge, talking about she this and she that. You got to be accountable for your own action. You know you're under probation. It's rules and guidelines that you got to abide by. And when you're in those situations, and you can't stray from that. You stray from that, then people can come down on you. The judge can come down on you.
Yeah, you can't be above the law. So when you're above the law, that's what happens every time. Every
Yep.
time.
But what happens
Every
is
time. And then now you looking like, yeah.
You know what I was gonna say is you stop feeling yourself, because Tank is a star. Let's get it. I mean, he is a star. People love Tank Davis. I mean, he fill out arenas. You know what I'm saying? You stop feeling yourself, thinking that nothing could touch you. Nothing could touch you. So you're out here wilding out, having fun. You know what I'm saying? But you got to have common sense with this money, man. You got to have common sense with this fame. You got to have common sense. I just don't understand. It's like, why is he surrounding himself with people who don't have his best interest at heart? And he's cutting off the people that's got his best interest at heart. Why does that happen? You know what I'm saying? Why isn't Kevin Ford known this kid since he was what, 7, 5, 6, 7, something like that there, and made him a millionaire, right? So when you have mentors like that, now I don't know if Kevin Ford is a bad mentor or a good mentor. I really don't. But just from what I've seen, he seemed like he's a calm, wise old man. And once you stop listening to the people that keeps you centered, you stop listening to the people that got you there, and you start separating yourself, thinking that you're more than what you are. That's when shit start going bad for you. That's when, and I looking at Tank, I'm just like, when did things start getting so bad for him, man? It's like as soon as things start going bad, it's like him and Kevin Ford had that incident where, they looked like they were going to split. And then they got back together. I said, okay, well, Tank is, he's back. You know what I'm saying? I think Kevin Ford got it under control. You know what I'm saying? Then boom, here comes some more mess. Here comes some more mess. So Tank is, I don't know if it's a crisis of growing up, becoming a man, or what I'm saying, because he said some of the right things. He said that he wanted to be softer for his daughter. He said, he wanted to give them more attention to his family. I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Yeah,
Yeah, and he took up Muslim. He became a Muslim when he got out of jail. And then changed his name and everything. It seemed like he was trying to better himself, but that name, we don't hear that name no more. He back to Tank Davis, and he getting caught up in these same situations he got caught up in the past. Man, he just got to make better decisions. This latest allegation, we'll see what happened with that. We'll see if they have video of that, and if it goes to a civil court, or maybe they settle out of court or whatever. But the police still could pick this case up due to the fact that he's on probation. So I heard there could be a criminal complaint involved in the situation. So now you're looking at possible jail time. So you just can't get caught up in this situation, man. You got to understand that when you with these women, man, you got to cherish these women. If y'all get into some kind of verbal altercation, man, leave. Just leave, man. Get in the car and drive off, man. Don't be trying to go back and forth with these women, especially when you're on probation and one slip up, you can end up back in jail.
Because they know as soon as they antagonize you, they know if if they say anything that I don't care if you pump fake at them, goddamn it, and they bump into a goddamn table, they fall over a table, goddamn it, you're going to jail.
Yeah,
you're going to jail, especially if you're a fighter and you already got other altercations that's on the record that's saying that you're some kind of a violent person. So you should understand that as a fighter. Mike Tyson, he had all those allegations. They tried to do Mayweather like that. You know what I'm saying? You remember when they were every interview before every fight, they would bring up these allegations about him, beating his baby mama or something. You know what I'm saying? They were bringing up. Yeah, you remember that? Every time he had an interview, that's the first thing they would bring up instead of the fight that he was trying to promote.
Yeah, and Mayweather went to jail for that, remember? Right after the Miguel Cotto fight, he went to jail for that.
He sure did.
So Tank to learn from that. Your mentor, the guy that put you on, got involved in a situation that ended up locking him up, and you got caught up. I think yours was with a hit and run situation, but you've been involved in several accusations of domestic abuse, and and now this is the latest. The problem with this last one is they saying he left and went to her job, left home and went to where she work at. She's a cocktail waitress at a strip club. I think that's what it is. He went over there where she worked and allegedly assaulted her at her place of business. That's the problem. So you made a conscious decision to jump in the car, drive over there, think about all that on the way over there, and then go over there and allegedly do that to the lady. Just crazy. It'd be a different thing if y'all was at home and y'all got into it while y'all was at the house, and one thing led to another. You actually jumped in the car and went over there where she was at and allegedly did this. That's crazy. Considering the fact that you on 3 years probation.
See, that's not Muslim behavior. See, that's not Muslim behavior. See,
Yep.
they jump into these organizations, and then he find out he can't have a pork chop sandwich. He find out that he can't. As soon as he tried to eat that pork chop sandwich, they're like, "Man, what you doing?" He didn't know that Muslims don't eat pork, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to know what you're getting into. You got to know what you're getting into with these women. You got to know what kind of temperament they have. You got to know them if you're going to let them around you and be a part of your world. Because let's keep it real. Tank probably got a great lifestyle. So he's probably got all the trimmings that a woman would want. But then his personality, his personality, his temperament, what is his temperament like? You know what I'm saying? Is he easy to get along with, or does he like going back and forth and he like to argue with women? You know what I'm saying? We never know what these guys are like personally. You know what I'm saying? When they get into these situations, you know what I'm saying? Because when they said Tyson did what he did, so you didn't know if he that type of person or not. You know what I'm saying? They talk about their backgrounds, where they come from, how they had to get down. And I know Tyson went through a lot. You know what I'm saying? He was in that boys' home. There was a lot of what boys' homes were like that back then, you know what I'm saying? And these guys have a lot of psychological issues, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that Tank did it, but what I'm saying is
Tank just ridiculous. I wasn't really crazy about this fight when it was made because of the weight disparity, but it was going to be a fight that
it was a
was
goofy
going to
fight.
generate a lot of eyeballs. I feel bad for
it's a goofy fight,
Mhm.
but I was happy that if this is what he wanted to do, that he was going to make his money. He was getting $40 million for it. So it's almost like, okay, so that's your retirement check for everything that you did in the sport. You deserve that. All the training camps, all the hard work you put in, to become a top fighter. That's great. You know what I'm saying? But this other thing, go ahead.
Yeah, I heard that the ticket sales were not doing great. The fight really didn't have no buzz, but due to the fact that we ain't had that much going on in boxing since the Crawford Canelo fight, I think once we got the fight week, people would have started getting excited for this fight. People would have started getting excited because it's a big fight. It's a big event. It's one of them type of fights where both fighters are known. People know Jake Paul. People know Tank Davis beyond the hardcore boxing fans. They know these two guys. So I think when we got to fight week, people would start getting excited. Maybe they would have had a huge walk-up sale as far as people walking up, same day to get the tickets to watch the fight. Probably would have did a decent crowd there. I don't know if it was sold out, but I pretty much think it would have been at least 75% full. And I think it would have been a spectacle. And then I was looking forward to some fights on the undercard. And we would have got excited for the fight. The man would have made his $25 million. That's why I heard he was making for this fight, 25. I know people been saying 40 million and 50 million. Chris Mannix is reporting that he's supposed to get 25 million to fight Jake Paul. So that's a big loss for Tank Davis.
I hate that dude. That dude there is a hater. That dude there, he is straight propagandist. He's a hater. You know what I'm saying? That dude there is the worst commentator for the sport, man. I hate that dude, man. That dude is just ridiculous. Every time it's something about a black fighter, he got something negative to say.
Yeah. I think he's close to the Jake Paul camp. So he was releasing some information on his website about what was going on right after the allegations were brought to Tank Davis. So that's what he said. Tank was supposed to get for the fight, 25 million.
But the thing is, Jake Paul, nothing's gonna happen to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's part of the machine. He's part of pushing all the little propaganda. You know what I'm saying? He's part of the machine today, so that he's protected. It don't matter what allegations that he's had, they always going to give anybody who's working inside the system a pass, right? Tank Davis
Yeah,
is the star. He is the star. That's the one that they're trying to tear down,
Mm-hmm.
right? But then
yeah,
Tank he left himself open for this kind of thing. He was trying to get out and he just couldn't play it straight until he got on the other side. It's the problem. It's like, dude, don't you see this is a setup for you? He's what did he call him? He said you're a piece of trash. He's a trash human
yeah, yeah,
being.
yeah, yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. Human piece of trash. Somebody said that. Like I said, he
yeah,
has
yeah,
accusation. He has accusations from one woman. I don't know about. I know the lady came out, said earlier that he had 3 accusations from 3 women. I know of only 1 accusation, but even 1 is one too many. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he paid the lady off, or the lady was lying, or it was telling
Probably
the
paid
truth.
the
I don't know
lady
what
off.
happened. What happened with that case? It just got dropped, or what happened?
It
I
probably
heard he got
paid the
accused,
lady
but didn't
off.
hear nothing after that. Huh?
Probably paid the lady off. But you gotta look at it. Different states, and different cities got different, I say different laws. So it might take longer. It might come back up if it is still going
Yeah, it's a
ongoing
statute of
investigation.
limitation,
So
right? Well, it's a
yeah.
statute of limitation for for you to push forward with that type of
Mm,
allegation.
well, here's the problem. Where is the smoke from Tank? Where is his outrage for Jake Paul? You know what I'm saying? Why isn't he coming out with his statement? And why isn't he, why isn't he telling Jake Paul, F your fake fight? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got to deal with what I got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Your fight don't even count anyway. Come out with something. He always says something when it's against another black fighter. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why not? Where's your smoke for Jake Paul, bro? Why were you scared of Jake Paul or something? Jake Paul is a fake fighter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself. Say something for you. Stand up, Tank. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why you not say, are you embarrassed about this situation? You know what I'm saying? So you got to stay away from people who gonna blow your name out of proportion, right? You got to
Yep.
stay away from them. Tank. I mean, Jake Paul always got the most disrespectful shit to say about Gervonta Tank Davis. It's like I want to see Gervonta Tank Davis stand up for himself. You know what I'm saying? I want him to come out and say, man, F your fight, bro. I got personal issues. You can't deal
Mhm.
with that. Don't be calling me no damn human piece of trash, bro. If anybody human piece of trash, you are. You know what I'm saying? You
mm,
know
Yep.
what I mean? It's like I want him to come out and say something. That's the problem. It's like I don't know what black men are so programmed. I mean, not all black men, some black men. They so scared. They so scared of any white authority. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Not all black men, but the ones you. But when it comes to another black man, I don't care how high his status is, they'll fight tooth and nail against their own, right? I mean, let Shakur Stevenson say something about this. I bet Tank could say something then. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? Let Devin Haney say something about this shit. Devin got too much class. He ain't finna say no shit about Tank in this situation. He don't kick nobody while they down. But you know who do? Tank Davis. Tank Davis kick people while they down all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? So, in any time, and see, that's why he probably can't go through with these fights because he don't want nobody saying nothing about him on social media. The first thing he do is delete a tweet once he done said something sideways about somebody. He disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Act like he didn't say it, hide his hand, throw rocks and hide his hand. I can't stand this generation, bro. It's like this generation sucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stand on what you're saying, right? Put it out there. Don't let Jake Paul, you know what I'm saying, talk all this crap against your name. And, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you come out and say, look, you know what I'm saying? If you want to pull the fight, pull the fight. I think you say MVP pulled the fight, right?
Yeah, I think
And,
Netflix pulled that fight. I think Netflix don't want to be involved in nothing like this. They got a brand they trying to uphold. They don't want to be
right,
having women
right.
picking it outside the fight. For domestic battery, domestic abuse, and having they picket signs outside the fight, it'd be a bad look. So that's why I think they pulled the plug on that fight. So Jake, I think he's probably gonna fight in December. They probably looking for an opponent. I know Ryan Garcia was mentioned. Oscar De La Hoya say that's not gonna happen. We're gonna fight Mario Barrios. I think he tried to line up on Francis Ngannou And Nagano say, you know, he don't take Jake Paul serious. He said, me and you in two different lanes. You a YouTuber, man. I'm trying to fight top MMA fighters or top heavyweights. I'm not trying to fight nobody like you.
They
So
said Andre Ward. They said Andre Ward. They
Andre
was
Ward
talking
gonna
about,
knock him out.
man,
yeah,
Andre
RJ Ward
Ward,
had to
man.
get in shape. He had to get in shape, but he probably definitely can beat him. I don't know if he'd be ready for no
He
December
don't have
though.
to get in shape because it ain't a real
Yeah.
fight. You know what I'm saying? He
Andre
could
Ward,
just go in there.
Andre Ward
Yeah.
still spar. He's still spar. Yeah, he's
Oh,
still
he's still
spar.
far.
He still work.
I see you be play boxing. He be play boxing with Shakur out there in the
Yeah, but
hall.
he's still
But
in
I
the
ain't never
gym
seen him
though.
in the ring. He's still in the ring.
He's
Okay.
yeah, he still be in the gym. Yeah, he still be in the gym. Not
I
probably
thought
not
he was
like he
thinking about
posts here and
taking on
there.
Anthony Joshua. He's thinking
Oh
about
yeah, he
taking
still
on
want
Anthony
that.
Joshua.
Yeah, he still want that smoke. He said depending on the pay, how much they gonna pay him, he still want that smoke though. He definitely
Yeah,
still want
I
that
heard him say
smoke.
he want
Yeah,
that fight. Anthony Joshua
yeah,
don't seem to be interested in that fight. He looking at Jake Paul actually. Tyson
Because he
Fury.
food. Because AJ is food, man. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
he
AJ don't
easy.
capture the imagination as a heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? The
He easy.
heavyweight division is so weak, it's ridiculous, man. It's like I
Yeah,
don't even think about
it's
that
not
division.
it's not the same no more. I can't really base. I mean, I can level like Usyk. I can't really like just give him a good level where he's at. I don't know where Usyk's really at because the heavyweight division is so weak. It's so weak, and I really can't really determine how good he is and how great he is because the level of competition is in the heavyweight division. So I want to say he an A-level fighter, but he ain't nobody in that division that he can beat. That's A-level.
That's
You
great.
know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
I
don't
mean,
rate
because
Tyson Fury win. He beat Tyson Fury twice. He beat AJ twice.
No,
He beat Daniel
I rate
Ross
that,
twice.
but that's not the whole AJ been food.
Yeah.
He been food. AJ been
Mhm.
food.
I mean, his myth got
I don't
busted
think
with
AJ that great either.
Andy Ruiz. When Andy Ruiz knocked his ass down, that was his
Nah,
whole persona just came tumbling down.
really
You know what
when
I'm saying?
Really when Clincho knocked him down, that's when it started for me. When
Yeah, you're right.
Clincho hit him,
That fight changed it. Yeah.
yeah, when he hit him,
He
because he was
started.
supposed to be how they was boosting him up. He was supposed to be like the next great Lennox Lewis or something like that.
Right,
So
right.
Jack
And
Johnson or something. So
you could clearly see he ain't have no kind of skills like damn Lennox Lewis. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? You know, all he had was one punch. And that's the problem with the heavyweight division. You see a lack of skill. You know what I'm saying? Usyk is probably the most skilled heavyweight, in this division today. You know what I'm saying? Because, you don't see heavyweights coming with a whole bunch of variety of punches and you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no defense. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they missing it. They're not complete fighters up there. You know what I'm saying? They use a lot of their weight. They use a lot of forward aggression. You know what I'm saying? Can't take no punches. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no tactical, boxing going on. It's just like, man, where is the talent? Where is the
it's
talent?
really.
They
I
can't
think
throw. They
it's
can't throw more than 6 punches without getting tired. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And hanging all over each other. Shit is crazy.
And I really think it's just goes back to the basics. It goes back to fundamentals. A lot of people want to do this. Even I don't want to diminish Shakur Stevenson's offensive style, but it's the same patterns. It's the 2-3, 2-4, or jab 2-3-2. So it's the same thing. It's never really advanced stuff or stuff, to break down fighters quicker. Um
He ain't got no
even
power.
yeah,
It's
even
just
Ray
too simple.
Ford. Even Raymond Ford got the same style as Shakur Stevenson. He got the
Yeah,
same style,
yeah.
same defense, same style. It's nothing. He don't got his own style. It's nobody has their own style no more. It's copycat league. Everybody wants to be like Floyd, or everybody wants to be like Terrence Bud Crawford. So it's the same
Well,
style.
don't put that on Floyd, because Floyd was
Yeah,
knocking motherfuckers out at 135. Floyd got
yeah,
different ways to fight. His hands were
hmm
brittle, and
yeah,
even when his hands were brittle, he fought. He'd get up in that
yeah,
pocket, put that shoulder lean up on your ass and stuff, and you be missing for days. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But
But
these other dudes don't have that kind of skill, man. They ain't got that
yeah,
kind of ability. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole
hmm
different type of generation. Floyd took gut punches. He took punches, you know what I'm saying,
hmm
coming in. He got hit. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, he wore you down, so letting you throw
yeah,
punches at him. You know what I'm saying? These guys, they didn't got that kind of tactical mind. They just athletic, you know what I'm
hmm
saying? And they try to use their athletic ability, their speed, their jab, to wear you down.
There's
You know what
really
I'm
no
saying? And I
teachers. There's no teachers anymore like that. It's really no teachers like your
Emmanuel
Emmanuel
Stewart.
Stewards, Eddie
Well, you
Futch.
got Buddy McGirt,
Yeah.
Buddy McGirt
Yeah,
out there. Ronnie Shields out there. It's just that the fighters ain't the same.
yeah.
You
Ronnie
know, we
Shields,
don't we don't have.
he getting a little bit
Hmm.
older, so it's kind of like it's hard. Nobody's really coming up for the coaches now. It's no
They got a
teachers
couple
like
of
that.
young ones I like Andy Lee. I kind of like how he's a good teacher. Ben
Yeah.
Davison, good teacher.
Okay.
I don't know why Devin Haney
Ben
let him go,
Davis.
but
Oh my God. You talking about Tyson Fury, old coach? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, he's worked
Tyson
with
Fury got Tyson Fury got his style from Emmanuel Stewart. He got it from the Crunk Gym. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
That's where he got that style from Emmanuel Stewart, not Ben Davis. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Ben Davis, he
Oh,
worked
what
with
is
Devin Haney. He worked with some other fighters that improved their skill set. I like Ben. He's working with Anthony Joshua, and Joshua beat Otto Wallin. Also had a couple of good wins, but
Mm-hmm.
then he got beat by Daniel Dubois. But I like. There's a couple of good ones out there, but it's not like you said. It's not like the Eddie Futches, the Angelo Dundees, the guys
Right.
that were teachers back in the day.
Teachers. I'm talking about teachers. I mean, like like break down like the basics, and the basics become what Andre Ward is today, what Sugar Ray Robinson is today, what Sugar Ray Leonard, Alexis Agrulio is today. Stuff fighters like that. There's no teachers like that. No old school boxing teachers. It's kind of just, oh, I'm gonna teach you the jab, but I'm gonna teach you how to use your athleticism. It's really no.
hmm
Is there really no levels to it? It's really no like level two, level threes, breakdown here and there. It's ain't really none of those things today. So it's kind of crazy.
Well, not
Yeah.
only that, saying you remember when Tyson was with Costamato. He wasn't
Mm-hmm.
going through all these problems. He wasn't going through all
Mm-mm.
this stuff because he had a father figure, right?
Yeah.
Who kept him out of trouble, kept him in training. You know what I'm saying? Kept his mind focused. As soon as Costamato passed, that's when he started and he was left to his own devices. And he had no structure. That's when everything went off the rails for him, right?
Yep.
Soon as he
Mm-hmm.
became champion, soon as he became champion and he didn't have nobody to hold his hand and nobody to give him, what I'm saying, the structure of what to do and how to behave, that's when things went off the rail. And I'm trying to look at Gervonta
Tank
Tank
Davis.
Davis, like what, yeah, and trying to compare when did things go off the rail for? Was it ever on track? Was everything ever on track? Were they just trying to keep things under wrap? Because sometimes if you could take the guy out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's just what happens, right? Because these
Yeah.
guys they never come to terms with what they've been through, right? And instead of growing and becoming better people, they still dealing with, what I'm saying, some of the same people. That's like when some of these rich guys that's in the NBA and they go back to the hood and they get stabbed up. And it's like, bro, you're a rich man now. Why are you going back to the club in the hood, that hole in the wall? You know what I'm saying? All the women up on you and all the dudes are pissed off with you because you rolled up in a damn Lambo. You know what I'm saying? And all the women want you. And so you think you're gonna come back to that hole in the wall, you know what I'm saying, without other dudes trying to bust you upside the head with something? You know what I'm saying? You gotta have more common sense than that. You know what I'm saying? And these guys, they think they can just do what they think they're the same. They think they're the same guy, you know what I'm saying, once they leave these places. That's why so many football players in Miami end up leaving here early because they think they can go right back to Miami and do the same thing. When they become celebrities and you get that money, you're gonna have to change all that because now you're a target. Now people envy you. Now people are jealous that you got. Now you might be the same person. You may not, be that type of person that look down on people. But as soon as you play with people the same way you used to, they're gonna look at it differently because you've changed. Because now you got money. Now, now when you used to be able to joke with somebody, it was just a joke, you know what I'm saying? But now when you say something, now that you got money, people gonna look at you like you trying to tear them down or something. So, you got to look at how people perceive things, you know what I'm saying, because you got money. It's not because you changed, it's because they envy you now. And there's people all around Gervonta Tank Davis that's going to envy him, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that's going to want to take you down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just because they want to be in your position. They want what you got, even if they ain't earned it or not. They looking at you like you a dumb nigga. Why you got all this? This man worked hard for it. He went out there, he did something that people like to pay for seeing him do. But they don't understand that. People around you don't understand that. They just want the money. They just want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you got to be careful. You got to be careful, man, about your team. You got to be careful about your environment. That's one thing I love about Crawford. It's one thing I love about Crawford, that he kept himself around people that he trusts, people that was good, that was good for him, and it paid off in the end. In the end, he built him one of the best teams in boxing, right? So he can stay centered. You don't hear about Crawford business getting up out there, and I've heard he's got a lot of crazy shit going on too. But you don't
Yeah,
hear about
family
it.
wise. Yeah.
You don't hear about it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's all in house, and that's how you got to build your team. And for a while,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Tank was doing
he
good.
never let him distract him from boxing. He never let him take him off his track of becoming one of the best fighters of this generation. He might, like you say, he got stuff going on. Everybody got stuff going on in their family or in their personal life. But Crawford stays laser focused, unlike Tank. Tank gets himself caught up in situations where now you got to get a lawyer. Now you got to go do this, do that, and get you away from what you supposed to be on, be about, being a boxer, being the best boxer you can be. And
And
that's part of the problem.
And Crawford knows when to have fun and when to go to work. He knows how to balance those things. I'm not saying Tank don't know those things, but he got to know his circle and circle around him.
Well,
But those are the only
another
two
thing
things
we
I was want to
missing,
say.
another thing we missing is that Crawford is before he's a fighter that's before social media. He's not a social media fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's an older fighter. If you 38, 37, you grew up before social media. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? These kids today, like Tank them and Shakur Stevenson, they grew up on social media. You know what I'm saying? So the older guys, they don't give a damn about social media because you never grew up worried about what people were saying on some computer, right? But these kids, they checking their phones every 5 seconds to see what somebody's saying, what reporter, what Coppinger saying, what Dan Raphael saying, what they saying in the comments. You know what I'm saying? That's how they grew up. They grew up under the scrutiny, this extra scrutiny, right? And you don't have to pay it no attention. So it don't erode your will for the sport, your love for the sport. I heard Virgil Ortiz Jr. talking about he had he kills his love for the sport of boxing because somebody told him to go die and they hope he go to the hospital after this Eric Lubin fight this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Hoping he goes to the hospital. I'm like, bro, why are you focusing on negative comments, bro, about you? Why are you doing that? Why are you looking at what the worst comment somebody got to say? Why is that the one thing you pick out of everybody, all the love and adulation that people are putting out there about you? Why is that the one thing you focus on? That's my thing. It's like I don't understand it. It's like if you can ignore all the love and adulation you're getting and you can focus in on the negative, you can ignore that shit too. Or just don't watch. I've heard back in the days where fighters said they don't even read the newspaper. They don't read the newspaper.
yeah.
You can
And
ignore it because you right.
LeBron James said when he get to the playoffs, he turned off his Twitter account. He said he don't be
Yeah,
on social media. You got to focus. Yeah, you got
yeah,
to focus.
because it's going to be somebody out there who judge you fairly and unfairly. And why are you worried about what they saying? Because they're not making the money. They don't have the pressure on their shoulders to perform, right?
Yep.
So why are you all up in the comments, up under other people's names? I think it was Sally, what's his name that played with the Bulls? He would go up under no that was what's his
You talking
name
about up on a
for
burner account? You talking about somebody be up on a
yeah,
burner account?
yeah, be up on the
That's
burner
Kevin
account
Durant.
and
Kevin
all up
Durant
in
do
the
that.
comments and stuff.
Yeah, Kevin
Yeah.
Durant. Kevin Durant be
Yeah,
doing that.
Kevin Durant, and it was somebody else. I think it was another ball player. But they be up on the burner accounts up there arguing with people in the comments. They're like, bro, what's wrong with you, man? It's like, why are you worried about what random people got to say about you, bro? And then you got people online, fans who care. They act like they lawyers for these damn fighters. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? They act like they got them attorneys and shit. They probably are. Some of them probably are attorneys. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they business
You know what I'm saying?
managers, finance managers, and all that type of stuff. Who star, who draw, who don't draw. Man, just worry about who gonna win the fight. Who you think gonna win the fight? Don't worry about all that stuff that's outside of what they gonna do when they get inside that square circle.
It's too
Well, a
much
lot of people
outside
don't.
stuff. It's too much outside stuff. There's no more boxing. There's no more studying the game of boxing. It has nothing to do about the game anymore. It's everything about money and outside looks, outside stuff, outside just everything. It's nothing to do with boxing at this point anymore. It's always something outside, outside, outside. So it's really just a distraction for the fans and just boxing. That's why these fighters not, and they don't care about the game today. This is kind of in it for the money. You can't
Yeah,
But
really.
but, but one of
yeah,
the most toxic things, one of the most toxic things I heard about this shit is he was Tank telling Shakur he don't want him to make money off his name. He don't want to help him make money. I was just thinking to myself, I was like, what is this, man? What is going on with the fighters today where they hate each other so bad they don't want other people to make money, you know what I'm saying, in the ring with them. I mean, don't that strike you as odd?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul, you know what I'm saying, hating Tank so much that he canceled the fights because he don't want to give a woman beater a platform. It's like, what you talking about, my brother?
he he
What are you
he
talking?
yeah. I think he just
weird.
talking. Man, I think Netflix pulled the plug on that fight. I don't
Yeah, I
think
think
Jake.
Netflix.
I
Yeah,
think they pulled the plug on this fight.
yeah, they probably
You
put the
know.
plug on
Yeah,
that.
but I'm just saying, it's like, why put the extra nastities on it? Why put the extra nastities on it?
Hmm.
I'm gonna call it. Why put all that extra nasty shit on it? You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
the fight canceled, it's canceled. But why you're a despicable
I'll be
human
back.
being, you're a piece of trash and all. Where is that coming from?
Jake Paul is looking for validation. A lot of people always try to say you're a YouTuber, you ain't fought a real boxer. The only real boxer you fought, you lost. You lost to Tommy Fury. He was the only boxer that you fought. He's fought other boxers, but that's what people have been saying about Jake. So Jake was
But
looking
but
at,
what I'm
even though fight
but what
Tank
I'm
beat
saying is it
Tank, he was
don't
gonna get
matter
validation.
though. It don't even matter because nobody thinks that Jake Paul is a real fighter.
That's what, but
That's
that's
my
why he
that's
wanted to fight Tank. He wanted to beat Tank, and he thought he would get validation. Oh, I beat a real boxer. I beat a boxer that's at the top of his game, one of the faces of boxing, one of the top pound for pound fighters. That's why he's looking for validation. Now that Netflix pulled the plug on the fight and robbed him of his chance to have his validation. So now he's lashing out.
bro.
So
He wasn't gonna get validated if Tank is 135 pounds. He's
yep,
135 pounds. I know he will, even if he bulked up. That dude almost got there. He's a fucking cruiserweight. He's a
yep.
cruiserweight. It's like that's ridiculous to think
But
that
still,
he's gonna get validated for fighting. Bruce Lee was 135 pounds.
a
No
lot of
matter
people
how.
Yeah, a
Go
lot of
ahead.
people probably picking Tank to win the fight, though. Going into this fight, a lot of people think, "Oh, Tank gonna beat him." Jake ain't got no experience. Jake is a YouTuber. Tank is one of the top fighters in boxing. He gonna beat Jake. He gonna knock Jake
Let, let,
Paul out.
let me
He
tell you
gonna
something.
outbox Jake.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Do you know how big 135 pounds is?
Oh yeah, he's much smaller.
I probably was 135 pounds in the fifth grade. In the fifth and sixth grade, I was 135 pounds. That is small, small. And you're a cruiserweight. He wasn't gonna be able to hurt Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? That dude is too small.
Yeah,
He wasn't even gonna be able to reach Jake Paul. It don't even matter if Tank would have lost. How you gonna get validated for fighting somebody that's 6 times smaller than your size? It's
hmm
like, bro, it don't make sense. You won't fight somebody your size because you already know if you fight a real retired fighter that's your size, you're gonna get your ass whipped. How you gonna get validated for fighting a 126 pounder? You know what I'm saying? Somebody's 135 pounds. That's little.
yep,
You saw the size difference when they stood up beside each other. So, but because of Tank's reputation, that's the thing. His reputation is a cruiser. He got a cruiserweight reputation.
yeah.
His
Remember they say he got
reputation.
middleweight power. Remember they say he should be sparring middleweights and dropping middleweights and sparring. They say he got like middleweight power. He cracked. You look at his knockouts. He put people to sleep.
Yeah,
Still
but
trying
that's
to
all.
prove.
That's all. But that's all at the 135-pound division, right? You know what I'm saying? That's
Yep,
all. That's fighting people that's your size. But when you're talking about fighting heavyweights and you're talking about fighting cruiserweights and you don't even have the size on you, you never fought at those weights. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's ridiculous, you know what I'm saying, for him to actually be looking for some kind of validation and you fighting somebody that you have you about 60, no, about that shit. What, 100 pounds? You got 100 pounds on this dude. So the whole thing is just kind of dumb. It's kind of
Yep.
ridiculous because they allow this to go when it's this kind of dynamic. Like when you have blacks and Spanish people, you know, say they go high numbers. When you got a black and a white, they go high numbers, right? But they let Jake Paul get away with this shit. It's like, bro, they let him get away with it. How you gonna fight a 60-year-old Mike Tyson and get credit for that shit? Come on, this man's 60 years old. This man almost had a heart attack getting ready for this shit. I don't even know how he got approved by the boards and stuff. You know what I'm saying? To fight that little exhibition because he almost had a heart attack catching the plane.
Yep.
So my thing is, they put him in the most ridiculous scenarios. You know what I'm saying? And it's all a circus. You know what I'm saying? But but my thing is, it's a black eye on Tank's reputation. You know what I'm saying? To be put through this circus, to be put on Front Street, to be put on the front pages that, you know what I'm saying, you're a despicable human being. They did Tyson like this. They did Tyson dirty. They did Mayweather dirty. Now Tank is going through it. Now Tank is
Yeah.
getting a taste of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's sad, bro.
Yeah, I think the PBC, they want to, PBC, they trying to maintain some sort of relevance. They clearly not the same as they was 5-6 years ago. And I'm not saying they going out of business like Rick Glazer be saying, but they clearly have downsized. Let's just say it like this. They've downsized and they're trying to they're trying to, be involved in events that's gonna make money. So, they wanted Canelo to fight Jake Paul at first. Remember that, but Canelo left and signed with Turkey. So the
Now
next
that would have
guy
been
up
that
was
would have
Tank.
been good. That would have been good right there. That would have
Yeah,
been good.
but Canelo took the Turkey bag. He went over there, signed a 3-fight deal with Turkey, so he turned that fight down. And the next guy in line was Tank Davis. So they tried to set that up, assuming that he was going to beat Roach. He didn't beat Roach. Actually, it was a draw. I thought he lost that fight actually, but that fight was ruled a draw, and he was looking to fight Roach again. But the PBC, I think, probably got involved and said, "Nah, man, let's make this. Let's just go and still do this Jake Paul fight. It's gonna be a mega event. It's gonna do big money. You gonna get paid. We gonna get paid. Let's do that. Don't go in there and fight Roach again and lose, and then you gonna have to take a step down as far as what you're making in your next fight if you don't retire." So I think they went the Jake Paul route. Bigger fight, bigger event, more money, and that's the way they went. But again, this situation popped up. The fight gets called off. Now, you're looking there, looking like, what we gonna do next? So it's just a tough situation involving Tank and the PBC. I actually think the PBC, they like I say, they try to get involved in certain type of fights, certain type of events. They want to be relevant and they want to try to maintain some sort of relevancy. That's why I think they steered one of their biggest stores toward this type of fight. I think that's what's going on.
Well, my thing is, I just hate to see such a great fighter lose his legacy. You know what I'm saying? To something like this. You know what I'm saying? He's not losing it in the ring. He's losing it by reputation. And it's just sad, bro. It's just sad to see him go the same route as so many other great fighters, because nobody really held it against Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Even though he went through those things, Mayweather, nobody really held it against Mayweather when he went through all the allegations that he went through. So fighters, they can get through it, but at the same time, Tank ain't fighting no more. Now, I mean, I can't say that 100% for sure that he's going to be out the sport, but if he retires, this is all people going to remember. You know what I'm saying? This is all they're going to remember is this fiasco. And I just wish that he would have went in there. He would have, instead of fighting this Jake Paul fight, that he would have retired, went in there and beat Lamont Roach Jr., went in there and knocked his ass out in 3 rounds or 2 rounds or whatever, and showed that fight was a fluke, that he's still the man, and then he just retired after that. I think that would have been the perfect ending. And then if he want to do any exhibitions, you know what I'm saying, with Shakur Stevenson or whoever, if he wanted to do an exhibition, he could have done that. You know, I think that would have been a perfect ending. You know, say if he just wanted to retire and he didn't want to box no more, just go back and beat Lamont Roach Jr. You know, and show just to show your fans, just to show the people that support you that this dude ain't on your level. You know, go out there and just tell him, hey man, my head was somewhere else. This dude really ain't like that. Now Lamont Roach is a damn good fighter. Before when he fought Jameer Herring, I mean that was a hell of a fight, man. This dude can fight.
Yep.
So it's like Tank got the you know I wish that he goes he go for a vacation, come back, beat Lamont Roach Jr. and then retire. That's how I would like for his legacy to end. You know what I'm saying? But he's not gonna do that. You know, he's
Yeah.
gonna do
Yeah.
what he wants to do. He's gonna do what he wanna do. Right? Yeah, everybody think it's so personal when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis. No, he gets judged by the same standards that everybody else get judged by. You know what I'm saying? The kind of competitive fights that you fought while you were fighting. That's what everybody gets judged on. Now, I don't know how people get that shit twisted, but when you don't fight the competitive, they talking about Jerron Booth Ennis. And he's a dynamic fighter. You know, he passes all the eye tests, but until he gets in there and fight a Virgil Ortiz Jr., he's gonna be trash. Until he gets
Mm-hmm.
in there and fight Sebastian Fedora, he's gonna be trash. Until he gets in there and fight somebody good, they're not gonna. We judge all fighters by the same standards, but people try to make it seem like, oh, you don't like Jerron Booth Ennis because you know, because he's from Philadelphia, because he up north, because you know, whatever. No, all fighters get judged by the same standards. You just give them credit for beating UC Malima. You give them credit for that shit. You know, so we don't
Yeah.
know who he was. He might have been good in Europe. He might have been good in Africa. He was knocking out lions and shit before he came. You know, like they give him all these excuses. Like, no, bro, nobody ever heard of him. Just like Devin Haney be saying, you know, when he's talking about Jinsaki and all these guys, Brian Norman Jr. Beat up. I said, no, I've never heard of these guys. And people act like they don't know what the hell Devin talking about. You
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
he's talking
Yeah.
about because you know you never heard of these dudes that Brian Norman Jr. knocked out. Well, I heard about the sparring. I've heard about the sparring now. You know what I'm saying? He's a hell of a sparrer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he gave people all kind of trouble. I heard he hurt people in sparring. I heard he hurt Crawford in sparring. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
Brian Norman Jr.
Yeah.
Oh, he gave
Yeah.
him some
And
good
Yeah.
work. Yeah, he did give
Yeah.
him
They,
some
they,
good
they
work.
was back and forth. From what I heard, it was back and
Yeah,
forth. It was good work
yeah.
for both
It was good
guys. You
work.
know,
right.
and he wasn't number
Yo,
20 back then. He was like 20 years old. He said so. He was
Yeah.
young guy. Hadn't even fought
but when
Sasaki
he
and
got
guys
on the
like that.
stage, you know what I'm saying? He knocked out these guys that you never heard of. Now that was a good fight with San Antonio or whatever that guy he fought. That
Centillion, yes, Centillion, yeah,
Centillion. That was
Centillion,
a
yeah,
hell of a fight. But
yeah.
have
Mm-hmm.
you ever heard of that dude? Have you ever seen him fight before? You
Yeah,
know, did he
That's the
make
Centillion
his
eye
beat
way
test.
up?
Centillion
That's
beat Rocha. Centillion beat Rocha. Centillion was a good fighter. He beat Rocha. He beat Alex Rocha. Alex Rocha
I
had
could
yeah.
was
see he
giving a
was
little
a good
buzz, and
fighter.
Centillion beat him.
I could see he was. I could tell he was a good fighter. But what I'm saying is, did you think he was going to beat Brian Norman Jr.? Was he the underdog? Did you think that he had a chance of beating Brian Norman Jr. or somebody in the top 10? Right? Did you
Oh, you
think he
talking about
had that?
Centillion?
Yeah. Did you
No,
think he had
nah.
that? No,
Was
no.
well,
Mm.
That's
Centillion
what
was
Devin
favored.
be talking about.
Centillion was favored over Brian Norman. A lot of people didn't know Brian Norman
Yeah.
Jr. going to that
No,
Centillion fight.
he was. But what I'm saying is, when you have these, when you have these guys on your resume, you may
Mhm.
not could tell, what they are, but you've never seen them before. They're not in the top 10, right? They're not in the top 15. They're not, what I'm saying? That's why Devin was like, I've never heard of these guys. Why is Brian Norman, coming in? He's the champion now. And you got to look at the division too, because if the division is weak, you're not going to hear about a lot about these guys. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have names at those divisions to put
Yeah.
on your resume, right?
Mhm.
So I understand when Devin, moving to a new division, and he's like, why is everybody, acting like Brian Norman Jr. is this great dude, right? He is
Brian,
Yeah.
not, he don't have the names, bro. He haven't been through the fire. So
mhm.
of course they see the power, they see, what he could do in the ring, but is that shit gonna work against me? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I do, right? Yeah, I just got beat up by a drug
So
cheat.
it worked
Hey,
against Ryan
hey, Pooh.
Garcia. Ryan
Hey, hey,
Garcia, flume with his ass.
hey, Pool. You remember?
Yeah,
Hey, Pool. You remember the Danny Garcia Amir Khan fight? You remember that fight when Amir Khan versus Danny Garcia?
yeah,
You remember that fight?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Danny
yeah,
Garcia
yeah.
hadn't really fought nobody up to that point. He hadn't fought nobody. He had fought some solid
Mhm.
fighters, but he just was a guy that was very good in every area. Wasn't great in one area. He didn't have the speed of Amir Khan. Amir Khan had more speed. Amir Khan was faster. He had
Right.
beat better
Ba-
fighters.
Basically,
But
it was better
Danny Garcia knocked him out with timing, a timing
timing.
shot. That's what I think
Yep.
what happened in that Norman Haney fight. Brian Norman Jr. is great as far as timing. Devin Haney's got the speed advantage, but
And
Norman is a great timing
and
fighter. Very,
and
very
you
good
and
time.
you
I
know
think that's
what?
what's going to be the difference
And
in
you
the
know
fight. It's going to be a
and
good
you know
fight.
what? And you know what Devin Haney really struggles with when I watched that Ryan Garcia fight, even though that was, obviously didn't count now. But when Ryan was putting his punches together, he struggled. He didn't know what to do. He can't see where the punch was coming from. So it's beyond a cheating at that point because somebody's putting their punches
No,
together. That's
no,
that's
no.
that's
I'm
boxing.
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what it was in that fight. Devin thought less of Ryan. He didn't think Ryan was focused. He didn't. He thought Ryan was on some bullshit. Ryan was focused for that fight, and he went in there thinking taking Ryan Garcia lightly. That's what he did. Thinking that he could stand in front of that dude, thinking that he could throw down with him because of the way he was acting during the whole thing. He thought he had Ryan mentally. And he went in there and he fucked around and found out.
But
He
pull,
fucked
but
around and
pull,
found out. Mhm.
but pull. As a fighter, if you say you on a top level, I don't care. I don't care who, if he playing or not, if he doing all these shenanigans or not. You supposed to go in there and show him that he a C+ fighter, like how Floyd did
See, that's what he
Arturo
was
Gotti.
trying to do. That's what he was trying to do. And see, he didn't know this dude was roided up. Because Devin was trying to fight Ryan. He went in for a straight right, and he connected with Ryan, and Ryan connected after he connected and hit him dead in the goddamn top of the head, and he never
But
recovered. You
but
know what I'm saying? He
pull
was trying to
pull
fight Ryan.
pull. Go
Hmm.
back and watch that film. He hit him with ABC
Hmm.
shit. ABC
Yeah,
basic shit. He hit him
right.
with Devin
I
Haney.
agree.
Yeah,
But Devin was trying to fight that fool. Ryan got
man.
quicker hands
Yeah,
than
yeah,
Devin.
he had the wrong
He
game plan.
wrong
Yeah,
game plan.
he tried to fight Ryan, right? Instead of box. He is a boxer. But he tried to stay in the pocket and everybody was like, what the hell is he doing? I remember the start of the fight, like, what the hell is he doing? Why is he
He was looking
standing?
to stop Ryan. He wanted to stop him like Tank stopped Ryan. Maybe earlier. That's what he was looking to do. He was looking to one up Tank. That's when that whole Haney Tank whole feud was going. They was trying to line that fight up. A lot of the fans for both fighters wanted to see that fight happen. So he was trying to one up,
But
came in with the wrong game
but
plan, didn't know that
He
Ryan
was
was
trying to
on
stay,
off the
he was
ring
trying to
cheating.
stay in
but
that pocket. And when Brian came into that mid range and started releasing them left hooks, he couldn't see it. He couldn't see it. That's how fast Ryan was on them roads. He could not see it. But you saw what Ryan looked like when he
but
fought Rolling.
Yep.
He
yeah
didn't look like half. He didn't look like half the
yeah
same fighter. He didn't have the hand
yeah.
speed. He had none of
But
that shit.
honestly, I ain't gonna think because Andre Ward had an interview with Devin Haney when he kind of asked him, "Oh, so what happened?" Like breaking it down, what happened. But you could see in Ward's face, he was like, he already knew. Yeah, he took the drugs, but he was getting hit with ABC stuff. It was easy shit you was getting hit by. If you saying you this and that, you supposed to slip, roll, and come up with a
Bruh,
punch. You
bruh.
ain't
He
hit
got
him.
caught. When he got caught early, he never recovered.
Yeah,
He
never
No,
never
covered
recovered.
you never
Brian,
recovered.
he was on his
it.
ass. He never recovered. He got hit, and Brian stayed on his ass, bro. He tried to recover. He tried to box a little bit, and he
Yeah, he
did.
won a lot of
But
rounds.
Yeah, he did
he
win a
was
lot of
fucked
Yeah.
up
rounds. Yeah,
though. He
a
was
lot of
He could
rounds.
already fucked up though. Brian had to went upside his head and he just couldn't stop that. He couldn't. He ain't had nothing for that left hook. Ryan was on his ass, bro. Every time they exchanged, he got fucked up. Every
But
exchange, boom,
but
he got
but
hit.
I see Paul, I like this fight right here with Brian Norman and Brian Norman and Devin Haney. It's a 50-50. We don't know if this is a step up fight. This is like how Errol Spence going overseas to fight Carol Brook. We didn't know how good Errol Spence was. Well, we knew he had the goods, but we didn't really
Hmm.
know because he didn't face no top level competition until he went over
Right.
there and took it
Well,
from him,
he fought
made him
Lamont
quit.
Peterson. He fought Lamont Peterson, and
He
that
fought
kind of
Lamar
gave everybody.
Peterson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
fought
fought
him
Lamar.
afterward. He fought
Yeah,
him
he fought him
afterward.
afterwards. That's after. That was 9 months after.
He had beat
Yeah.
Bundu. That was a big knockout right after
Okay,
the
yes, right. That's
U.S.
right.
He
Olympic
I
he
thought
game.
fought Chris
I thought he beat no, that was at Jerry. He fought before
He fought, but we
Brooks.
don't. Chris Algieri already lost to Pacquiao, and that was when he fought Chris Algieri. That was 2016 of April. So, and he was coming up in the ranks. We was like, okay, he fought
Well,
Floyd. That's when the
he fought
Floyd. That's
Brook
when the
in
Floyd thing was coming back.
2017. I think he fought Brook in 2017, right?
Yeah,
2017.
2017. That was a year after, but that's when around Chris Algieri fight, like afterwards, I believe that's when the Floyd. Oh, he fought Floyd. He sparred Floyd, and everybody started talking, and he started looking good against Floyd and stuff like that. So we didn't really know until he got in the ring with Kell Brook. And then people still, even when he fought Marco Garcia, they said he was gonna lose to Marco Garcia because how Marco Garcia wiped the floor with what's his name? Robert Easter and also
Hmm.
Adrian Broner. So they
And
thought it
lifted
was
it.
gonna be the same results. And then he washed him. So
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah,
sometimes you can look at a fighter. He passes the eye test. That's kind of like what I see with Brian Norman Jr. He's a good fighter. He ain't got the biggest names on his resume, but when you look at his skill set and what he brings to the table and what he possibly can do against Devin Haney, I think he has a shot to win the fight, man. Like I said, I think his timing
oh
is
yeah.
very, very
Wait a
good.
minute now.
and
I'm
he
not
put his
saying that Brian Norman
punches together
Jr. don't
very
have a
well.
shot. I'm not saying he ain't got a shot, but let's keep it together. He's a new champion, and he's got to get tested for the big stage.
And,
That's the other thing. That's the other opponent that's in the ring. Being on the big stage. That shit
and you
ain't gonna affect. Go ahead.
and Paul, you know what? Not trying to get off topic, but with Devin Haney as well. I know he come from 135. He really these guys he fought, I feel like he only fought Lomachenko and Linares. Well, Linares is already about to retire around that time, but Lomachenko was his best fight to me. Was
Yeah,
basically his
Yeah.
best fight to me. He ain't-
yeah.
ever since then it was Joe Blows to me. They ain't give him no good work like that. It
What
was Joe
about
Blows.
JoJo Diaz? He fought JoJo Diaz when JoJo was, at top of one of the top of
JoJo,
the game.
to me, JoJo, I ain't gonna lie to you. That to me, he
JoJo had beat
wasn't.
Kevin Farmer. JoJo had some good wins.
Yeah, but Tevin
Gave
Farmer wasn't.
Gary
But
Russell a good fight. Gary Russell Jr. That was a good fight. Him and JoJo did.
that was that
He gave
was
Gary Russell
that
one of his toughest fights.
yeah, that wasn't the same JoJo though. For me, it wasn't. For me, it wasn't. I don't know. I might have to go back watch the fights, but it wasn't the same JoJo when he and Devin Haney fought. When JoJo fought Gary Russell Jr. So it
Well,
wasn't the same.
he fought Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? He fought well, like you said, the rest
He
of
fought
them.
Regis Prograis. He beat some good fighters, man.
Uh,
Cam
Yeah.
Bosens. He got a good resume. Devin
he got a
Haney
good no, he got a
got a
good
real good
resume.
resume.
He got a good resume, but did they give him? I need to see Devin Haney go to another level.
Oh yeah, I
Well,
got you.
I need to see him to go to
175.
another level.
What
Yeah, I need to see him to go to
175
another
is
level.
another level. One seven. This is what third. What is this? This second weight division, right?
Yeah, I'm talking
So,
about in the fight. I ain't talking about
oh, I
weights. I'm
see what
talking about
you're saying.
in the fight. I'm talking about okay, this the passing the eye test. Show me that you're great. Show me that you're a great fighter. Show me.
I thought he turned it up another level against Regis Prograde. You know what I'm saying? I never seen him
Well,
look that
for
good.
for me, for me, yeah, he didn't. But for me, Richard Program was never, oh my, I don't want to say this, but Richard
No, I know
Program
what
was
you're
never that.
saying. I know what you're
Richard
saying.
Program was
I
never
know
Oh
that
what
yeah,
you're
good to
saying.
me.
I do think Regis Prograis been a little bit overrated. I think he kind of
Yeah,
B-level fighter. They were trying to put him up there with them A-level
I
fighters.
I
I ain't
got him.
never
I
think
had
he
him
was
at
on
sea
that level.
level. I
You
had him
think
at
I
sea
ain't gonna
level.
say I ain't
I
gonna
had him
say
at
C
C
level. C level.
minus.
Cambosis is C level. He better than
Man,
Cambosis.
Cambosis is D level. I ain't even gonna lie. And I'm
No, Cambosis
not
got
lying
he
to
had
you.
one good win. He
I'm
beat
not
Teofimo Lopez. He did
Man,
beat
he had
Tio.
one he had one good fight against Tio.
I'm talking about
But
his skill set though. Cambosis' skill set ain't he don't do nothing good at all. Actually, he ain't got no good jab. He ain't fast. He don't throw
man,
combinations. Great.
he a F level
He's just
fighter.
a tough
He ain't
fighter.
no
He's a
D
tough.
level. He a F level fighter. That boy
Yeah. I think
trash.
these pro grades better
Well,
than that.
well,
He got a
right
high
now,
skill set than
Camboso,
Cambosis.
he's just a punching bag for anybody that's trying to come up. You know,
Yeah.
he's past it now. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I say becoming undisputed. You know, if it wasn't Lomachenko at 135, that whole thing would be dead. That whole undisputed at
Yeah.
135 would be dead if Lomachenko wasn't in there. That's why I say you got to have a name, bro. That's in there on your resume. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to become undisputed, that's why I didn't want Boots to become undisputed at 147 because it wouldn't have meant shit. I would have been looking at this shit and be like, bro, if y'all don't stop calling him undisputed at 147, just
Even with
like
Shit.
Crawford.
Crawford was,
Even with
just
Crawford at
like Crawford.
140.
That's
Even
what
with
I'm
Crawford at
saying.
140.
Dude, if you ever
So
watch my channel, I never get it. I'm like, man, there wasn't nobody at 140. You know
but
what I'm saying? It's like, what?
Adrian Broner moved up too fast because I really did want that fight with Adrian Broner and Crawford.
Hey,
The
and
prime,
he would have
prime,
gave Crawford that
he,
AB
he
before
gave
he
him good work. He would have gave him good
before he
work.
got traumatized and got balloon by Marcus Madonna, but before
Yeah,
pre-Madonna. You know
yeah,
what
he
I'm
would have
saying?
gave
That
him good
Adrian
work.
Broner was hell.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
would have
that
gave
was
him.
hell.
That was he. If you go back, oh man, who's that? DeMarco, whoever he fight, he had wore them pink shorts that time. He fought a great inside fight, a
That was
great
his best
inside
performance.
fight.
Antonio DeMarco. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the best inside work I've seen in a while since Errol Spence. You know, since how he fights in the inside, or Floyd, Pretty Boy Floyd, how he fight in the inside. But that was some great work. That was some great work, and he would have gave Crawford problems, problems, problems. And then
Oh yeah.
I want to see Crawford fight Jennebeck because people think Jennebeck is just a pressure fighter, but
No, I've
he
seen
sets
him, man.
traps. He sets traps.
I,
He fights
yeah,
great in the mid range. He fight great in the mid range, and he sets
and he's
traps.
not he's not an ABC fighter, man. The dude got
Nah,
feints, the dude got
dude, he can
speed,
fight.
the
He can
dude got,
fight.
like you say, he got traps, he got
He,
footwork. I mean, the
he
dude is a
can
complete fighter.
fight.
You know what I'm saying? That would be that he would
Yeah,
have to be careful in that, and he got power.
yeah,
So you
he
know what I'm
can
saying? He would
fight.
have to be careful, man. Crawford, that ain't an easy
He
fight.
gonna have to. Style makes fights. Style makes fights. So I want to just Jennebeck versus Lara. Lara might give him a little bit. Lara don't his age don't show. He gonna give him problems. He gonna definitely gonna give him problems for
I don't
sure.
know about Laura, you know, because you could turn old overnight, you know, so especially when you're
Yeah,
talking about fighting another great fighter. Because the mental aspect of it, you know what I mean? Carlos Adamas is another one that sparred Crawford. So Crawford know what it is with Carlos Adamas in the ring. You know, so somebody sent me the sparring between those two, and I got to see that, and that was pretty good work. That's pretty good work. So, you know, I don't know if you want to like really mix it up with Carlos Adamas. Um,
he got to go
um,
through PBC route. He got to go through the PBC route on that. And you know how that is with
mm,
Al Heyman. So it all the works. I really want to see. I really want to see Jamel fight at 160. I think he can fight at 160. I think Charlo could
well,
fight at 160.
I
Jamel.
think Jamel is going to fight Errol Spence Jr. I think he's going to fight Errol.
Yeah,
I hope
it
that fight
looks.
come about.
I just seen Spence because I stay in Dallas. I work for the city. I just seen him over there at one of our arts districts. I just seen him. So he looking good. He
Man,
shape. When I say dog shape, I mean dog shape. I mean like fight ready shape.
when I lived in Dallas, I could never catch that sucker, man. Everywhere he would always just left. You know what I'm saying? When he was working out at the little R&R gym down
Yeah.
there, he was doing all his little workout. I could never catch
He
that
be
dude,
down
man.
there. He be down there on Bishop Arts now. Like on Wednesdays.
Mm.
Actually, today's Wednesday, so I might catch him. I might catch him. But yeah, I just didn't have time to go take a picture with him because I work. I'm busy, so I didn't
I
have
could
time to go
never
see
catch
him.
that sucker, man. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, he would. That's when they were moving to the new gym and all that stuff. And I was like, man, this dude is always moving. No, but everybody, man, he was just here, man. You know what I'm saying? EJ be coming down. I could never catch him. Now I'm living in Houston, so
Oh yeah. So you try to catch the Charlotte boys and see where they at.
man, I ain't trying to catch that fool, man. That fool right there, man. I ain't trying to catch that fool, man, because
Jamal,
it ain't no.
Jamal looked like he hungry again. He looked like he wanted. He looked like he wanted. I don't know about Jamel. Jamel showed one thing and then it'd be something else the next day. But Jamal looked like he wanted. He wanted that Caleb Plant
All I
fight.
know is the Lions only brand needs some dusting off, man. They got to dust that brand off. You
Well,
know, all
Jamel
that.
back in the gym though. He back in the gym.
Jamel is
I
back in the
seen him.
gym. He hungry.
Yeah, you seen him in a ring working with his new coach. I think that wasn't boy from Dallas. I can't remember.
Derek James.
Yeah, he wasn't working with him.
He working with Baumgartner.
Yeah, I see he got bum going. I think he still got
yeah.
Ryan Garcia, but he ain't working with Earl or Jamel no more, or Frank Martin for that matter.
Yeah, Jamel, Frank Martin working with Better McGirt. Better
Mm-hmm.
McGirt.
Yeah. So Jamel, like I
going
say,
on
that's the fight that PBC trying to make. They, like you said, Poole, they trying to line up the fight with him and Errol Spence Jr. probably for early 2026. So yeah,
That's
that
going to
probably
be a
be a
good.
big fight.
Now, one thing that people are not talking about, they're not talking about how everybody is hauling ass from 135 because Andy Cruz is coming through. Nobody's talking about that.
Andy Cruz,
And
he got
Yeah.
for me, he got like not to cut you off, Poole, but he got more work. For me, he got more work to do. This at 135. Like I need to see more.
he's about to fight your boy for the belt for the IBF.
Raymond
What?
Moraes.
Oh, I need to see that.
Yeah.
I need to see that.
Yeah,
I need to see that bad.
they got that set up for 2002, and he's the WBC #1 contender for Shakur Stevenson belt. So instead of
Shakur need to fight. Shakur need to fight Shaki Foster. I need to see that work. I need to see that
that's
work.
130. He
Yeah,
had 130.
Shaka, he's gonna fight Stephen Fulton though. You know, he fighting Stephen Fulton, beat December 6th on
that's gonna be
Pitbull on the card.
That's gonna be in 7 rounds. Cause once Shaki Foster let his hands go, it's over. It's over.
You think Foster gonna beat Fulton?
Yeah, he gonna wipe the floor with him.
Yeah, I think Foster gonna beat. I hope Foster win because he's from Texas. I'm from Texas. I'm pulling for Foster, but I'm just looking at it from the skill set. I think Fulton gonna beat him.
Skill set. He got way more skills than Fulton. Way more skills than Fulton. Go watch Shaki Foster. He got way more.
I seen him fight Conseco. I done seen him fight a whole lot of people. I seen him fight.
And it's subtle. It's subtle things he do. That's how I know he gonna beat Fulton. It's subtle things. If he let his hands go, if he don't let his hands go, he gonna lose 12 rounds. He gonna lose 12 rounds.
That's a good fight. That's a good fight. 2 high-level fighters. You got Fulton moving up. Fulton only lost 1 fight to Inouye, and I think he was weight drained in that fight. He probably should have moved up, but he got the bag and took that fight.
See, I don't know. See, I can see Fulton, but he ain't. The only person he fought was Inouye. I gotta see him against Foster.
You know, he beat Figueroa twice. You know, he fought Figueroa, beat him twice. He beat him in competition.
Okay, the first fight was good. The second fight, I don't know. That wasn't the same Figueroa to me. Not to me. To me, when I watch film and I watch fights, I can tell when a fighter is the same.
Oh, you talking about
they raise their level to another. Yeah.
He beat him both times. He beat him at what 122.
Oh, he beat him solid. He beat him solid. But I'm saying Figueroa that was the same fighter. To me it wasn't the same fighter when I was looking at it.
Sloppy ass fighter. He's a pressure fighter, but he reminds me of Swift up at when he was at 154. He just used his body. He don't care how he get hit. He just continue to come forward. It's like, bro, come on. That's only going to last so long.
And honestly,
that style is not a long-term style. That style,
that's a good 4-year style. Last 4 years, and that's it.
But y'all, I got to get out of here. They just fixed my tire. You know what I'm saying? I got to get back on this road and get up here to Michigan, and you know what I'm saying. We'll come back on probably tomorrow. You know what I'm saying, and finish up where we left off. Yeah, I got to get out of here now. But I thought I'd come on live and talk to everybody about this Gervonta Tank Davis fiasco. And you know what I'm saying? I'll see you guys in the next one, man. I got to get out of here, y'all. But peace out, everybody.
All right, salute everybody.
Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button on the way out. Peace out, y'all.
All right, peace.
Peace.